All right, let's just jump right into this. In a world where you can literally hold the entire history of music and literature in your pocket, why on earth are people still buying vinyl records and paper books? I mean, it seems a little backward, right? But it's this super interesting puzzle that actually tells us a lot about our modern brains. This quote, wow, it just gets right to the heart of it, doesn't it? And look, this isn't just some nostalgia trip or about being old-fashioned. Choosing a physical object over a digital file is a real statement. It's like a quiet rebellion against a world that feels more and more temporary and, not quite real. So yeah, that's the big question we're digging into here. If you've ever just looked at your endless digital files and felt like something's missing, like they don't feel real, well, you're about to find out exactly why your brain might be craving something slower, something you can actually hold in your hands. So let's get into it. Okay, so the first and maybe most obvious answer is all about the experience itself, the simple act of engaging with something physical. It becomes this little ritual. Now, this is where it gets really interesting when you put them side by side. I mean, think about it. The digital experience is all about scrolling at lightning speed. Your brain is just trying to drink from a fire hose of information. But the physical ritual, actually placing a needle on a record or feeling the weight of a book in your hands, it forces you to slow way down. There are no notifications popping up, no ads. It's just quiet, immersive, and totally deliberate. So how does this little ritual connect to a much deeper psychological need? Well, it turns out it's not just about escaping noise. It's about finding stability in what can really feel like a digital storm out there. And the key word for all of this is grounding. In psychology, grounding is basically the act of using your senses, touch, sight, sound, to connect with the physical world. It's a technique to pull yourself out of that chaotic buzz in your head or on your screen. It's a way to find a little bit of calm and stability. So who actually needs this? Well, it's especially helpful for people who have what's called a highly sensitive nervous system. But honestly, it's for anyone who just feels, drowned by the nonstop digital explosion. And what's so cool is that by engaging with physical things, you're actually training your brain. You're building up crucial skills like focus, patience, and emotional regulation, the very things that our fast-paced digital world can sometimes wear away. What a perfect metaphor, right? A digital library is kind of like a ghost. It's there, but it's not really there. A file can be deleted in a second, a streaming service can just disappear, a hard drive can crash. It's all so fragile, you can't really lean on it. And boom, here's the total opposite. A physical book or a record. That's an anchor. It's solid. It's real. It connects you to the actual world. It doesn't flicker or vanish. It literally keeps you from just drifting away in all that noise. But hold on, it gets even deeper. We're not just talking about coping mechanisms here. This stuff goes right to the core of who we are, how we build and show our own identities. And this is a huge difference. Think about the online world for a sec. It's constantly demanding proof. Your identity gets measured in likes, shares, followers. It's exhausting. It can be so mentally draining. But a physical collection, that gives you inner satisfaction. It's this quiet, calm confidence. It doesn't need a single like to have value to you. It's just yours. I absolutely love this connection. It's a totally different mindset, isn't it? It's about valuing permanence over disposability. When you invest time and money into a physical library, you're kind of saying that some things are worth keeping, worth taking care of, not just things to consume and then immediately replace. So when you boil it all down, choosing to buy that record or that book, it's really an act of self-protection. First, you're freezing a moment in time, saying this mattered to me. Second, you're finding satisfaction that comes from inside you, not from a screen. And third, you are literally curating your own physical space to protect your mental peace. Okay, so let's bring all this home. Let's turn this around and think about you for a second and how we all try to get by in this crazy digital world. This is really the question to ask yourself. When you save a file or add a song to a digital playlist, what are you really doing? Are you just collecting more data? Or deep down, are you searching for one of those anchors we've been talking about? Something solid to help you feel grounded and come back to yourself. And, maybe that's what it all boils down to. For some of us, just seeing life through a screen, it isn't quite enough. We need that real, tangible connection. We need to feel that weight in our hands to know we're actually here, living our own story.
So the big takeaway from all this, choosing the physical over the digital, it's a quiet act of power. It's a powerful reminder that you don't need to be loud to have an impact, and you definitely don't need to be always on to be truly present. Sometimes, the most meaningful things are the ones that don't make any noise at all.